Okay, we are back. We are back. Yes, we had an interview earlier, and I appreciate those that were on earlier. I appreciate you so much. But now I had to download the other video first, so that's why it took me a few minutes. So anyway, that's finishing up, and I'm back, and we're going to talk about the $1 million digital blueprint, and what this is coming from is our skills, our talents, and our gifts. And I mentioned to you one day, I mentioned to you yesterday when I talked about the video. Maybe I talked about it when I did the video. I talked about the skill set. There are some skills that can generate you high income throughout this recession. So, this is what I want to go ahead and continue on talking about tonight. And I do want to share with you on some ways that you can get things up and running and you can get things going. And the reason why I'm mentioning the the digital blueprint, the digital is more so where things are going since we had the pandemic and things like that. Things shifted, and we looked at things so differently. We looked at working from home differently. We looked at entrepreneurship differently. We looked at gig economy differently. We looked at a lot of things so differently when it came down to us making extra money, making money to do some of the things that we wanted to do and we were afraid to do before the pandemic, until we were forced to kind of like sit still, stay home. A lot of people did a lot of reflection. A lot of folks did a lot of coming up with ideas, and deciding to just take that leap of faith. And then a lot of us had, we were out there. We had funds to do whatever we needed to do, and we pretty much, I guess, some people. Well, I've heard a lot of people that have, that started their businesses in the pandemic. So a lot of people have done well, extremely making extremely great choices, and deciding that they weren't going to waste their time, and they weren't going to just sit there in fear and do some things. But I went over a few of them last night with you about skills that will be needed even throughout next year in the recession, and moving forward in this digital world, right? Okay. So the digital, most people are, you familiar with some of the platforms that is out there, like Zoom. Having different ways of selling your e-commerce merchandise. A lot of people have businesses that are just small, minute, in a sense, it's small, like little commerce businesses, and you taking them, and a lot of people are taking them and just flourishing with them. There's a lot of ways that you can get yourselves out there. You don't have to have a whole big marketing team, or spend a whole lot of marketing dollars to get a business out there. Now you have the help that you need. So, with that being said, some of the businesses that will be needed, and you just, maybe you can teach yourself this skill. You don't have to have a degree in them. And you can navigate through, but these are some things that I do want to talk to you about tonight. What you need to do to make sure that you are setting yourself in a position to have a digital blueprint. And you hear a lot of people tell you, hey, you can make $1 million, you can make this, and you can make that, but they don't tell you how you can do all of this stuff. Yeah, you can make this money, but you need to know the step by step by step by step in order to be able to do it. So this is we're going to begin talking about this tonight, and we'll be talking about this for the rest of the week, and I'll be going over things with you. And then by Black Friday, guess what? You'll probably, I have a sale on a course or two coming from this conversation, or coming from this, this learning here, this broadcast, to kind of help you to be able to have the tools that you need, so where you can just take it step by step and just do your thing, right? So this is what we got. This is the purpose of us talking tonight. So if anybody on here have a question, please, I can see it. You just put it in the queue or whatever, and I can see it here on my screen. All righty. So because I'm streaming from multiple platforms. So I'll be able to answer your questions. But to kind of recap some of the ones businesses that I feel that will be good actually the research has shown this is nothing coming from me. The research have shown this there's going to be businesses and skill sets that's going to be needed in the digital world especially. So I'm going to name a few, and it's going to be learning a skill set, having a skill set in email marketing and affiliate marketing, web designing, copywriting, trading, that's digital, and trading. And you can, a lot of this, you can pretty much learn this skill with these skills with minimum expense, with minimal, without maybe going to a school, or you can do some of this, learn this stuff online, or just kind of like this can be self-taught stuff. Now, let me continue on. Social media marketing, art, design, and photography. These are things that you can learn. And I know my professional photographer, I'm sure you've seen my professional pictures. She taught that, she taught herself photography, and she just thought that was her desire of hers. I mean, she's a nurse, but she does that as something, that's just a skill set that she wanted. And you guys, you see my gorgeous pictures, right? My professional photos. Yes, she does, and I don't think she's doing it as much now, because last time I talked to her, she said she was really going to get away from it, but she does some excellent work, and I'm sure that she does beautiful work. Oh my God. She transformed me a lot of times. But anyway, video production is another one, audio production, e-commerce, digital marketing, and SEO, that's search engine optimization. You can learn that skill. And look, a lot of folks out here that are already in the field of building businesses, they would love you. They would love you because you will be the one to draw the traffic to their, you'll draw the traffic to their any kind of marketing that they're doing. Okay, public relations, a project manager, entrepreneurship, virtual assistant, developing an app, personal trainer, yoga, and a high ticket sales expert. That's another one that I don't think I didn't mention that one last night. So these are all skill sets that you can, that will be needed, and you will be solving problems to many. A lot of these creators out here can use your services. Now, I'm gonna tell you, you can, like I say, a lot of this you can learn on your own. You can take courses regarding this. There's all kind of educational online platforms that will that could possibly have some of these in them. And then also, and there's a lot of people that are teaching these different courses. Of course, you have to be very careful with that. So you just decide on how you want to approach the situation, and getting on and making sure that you're on all of your social media platforms, promoting your business and reaching out to others will be beneficial for you. Now, let me go in and give you a few more, narrow down and give you a few more tips and tools about maybe the million getting having this $1 million blueprint for your business or for yourself. But also, let me talk about one more skill set, and that is the one that you currently have now. Meaning, let's say, for instance, if you're working a 9 to 5, take your job description and see exactly how you can narrow it down, and see of all the things that you're doing in your particular job, and find out. Let's say if you get laid off, you don't have to get worried and discouraged. When what you can do, you can go and like I said, narrow your skills down and package your skill set to the marketplace, or package your skill set to another company. Not necessarily saying they're hiring you, but you can use your skills that you have, package them up, and go and present them to a company, and you can work for yourself and have it structured so where you can you can have it structured for yourself, so where you can be the you can be, let's say you can be your own boss, and then if they call you back, you can contract with them. You don't have to go to that 9 to 5 and saying, hey, I'm going to get my job back. You can be your own, you can have your own business, and then you can keep it that way, and then you can still do business with companies like the one maybe if you've worked for. The world is going to have to go around. Every job is not going to be lost. Shall I say, every company is not going to go out of business. So your skill set will be needed somewhere. So I'm going to encourage you right there on that. Your skill set will be needed somewhere. And in order for you to get it out there and make it work, guess what you need to do? You need to package that bad boy up. What I mean by packaging it up, you need to, first of all, you need to get it structured and in a legitimate way, getting all of your, if you're going to find a office, or you're going to work from home. If you work from home, there's a strategy to do it from home. You're going to make sure that you are legit. There's going to be ways, and then there's of course, get your LLC, then your EIN number, get your business bank account, get your virtual office. You can get your virtual and then start building your business credit. You can get your virtual office from, there's a few out there. Regis is one of them. There's a few that they don't recommend you get because they're kind of like attached to a UPS store, but just Google and find out who has in your city, who has a virtual office. It doesn't have to be in your city. There are virtual offices all over the United States, but you probably more than likely would want to get one near you. Okay. Alrighty. And then also once you do that and get your digital blueprint rock solid, then you start looking into the systems that you're going to use. And the systems that you're going to use in your business would be, payment processor, email responder, somewhere where you can create your content, your graphics, or either hiring somebody to do it. If you don't really want to fool with learning about it, then you need to hire, maybe you can hire somebody 1099, or maybe you can hire you an assistant or one employee until you grow your business. Whichever way you do it, you can it's it can be done. But this stuff is not sexy, it's not appealing, but it works. It works. So in order to, and it helps you to be able to communicate to the people that you want to serve and use your skill set for. Okay. Now, even from things that you've done from your old job, you can teach others on what to do and how to do it. You can do that. Teach them a skill that you already know from something previously that you've already done. So those are a few things that's dealing with the $1 million blueprint. And also, once you get that done, get into the marketing a little bit deeper. And you're going to have to make sure that you target your audience, target your market very, very closely. Now, also, let's see, you will want to be as specific as possible and not, you know, market to just random people. You don't want to do that. So, I guess you have to really come up with a plan. Like I always tell you, you have to come up with your business plan. You have to be methodical in your approach to anything you're going to do when it comes down to business. Whatever kind of business you have, you need to plan it out. You need to know what company is going, where you're going to where are you going to find the information so where you can stay in the know of what's going on in the industry that you choose to do business in? Because you do know that everybody have this little code, everybody have this little community that they're in, with their different areas, the genres, or the different industries of business. Everybody has a little cliques and codes, and just look at the world. It's all around you. It's all around the world. All around. Take a look. It's all around. Yeah. But anyway, that is those are some of the things that you have to, when you're getting started, you have to do first before you can be out here doing extremely well. And this really is the $1,000,000 blueprint, people. It really is. No matter what you create from this, no matter what you create, this will help you get there. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take dedication, but it can happen. You will get there. Okay? You will get there. Now, also, before I go, one thing I want to say about businesses is find a problem and solve it. That's one of the biggest rewards of making sure that you can do good in business. When you find that problem you're solving, you can narrow down who you're supposed to be talking to. How's the language that you will be using? How is that going to play out? And it'll tell you a whole lot about who exactly will be your audience and your clients. No doubt. Now, and also, maybe one more thing I do want to say to you too. There is an integration of a few things that you have to use, and you let your systems make money for you in your sleep. Now, before you start saying that you can't do something, this is what I want to share with you about your skill set in if you're on a 9 to 5, your past history on your 9 to 5, all of those things that you've done in your companies, write them down. If you are 9 to 5, write them down. And those will be some of your accomplishments and achievements that you have done. And then you can put those as part of your marketing, your package, your branding for yourself. Even if you become a speaker, you still will have to do the same thing I'm talking about now in order to be able to get yourself marketable, in order to be able to put yourself out there in the world. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get off. Got to try to finish preparing a little bit for Thanksgiving. I'm doing it in phases and breaking it up in days because I don't want to be overwhelmed all at once. But anyway, if you stayed this long, I appreciate you and thank you for being here in the replay, people. Thank you so much. I am sorry that you couldn't get me live to ask me some questions, but I appreciate you. Alrighty. Okay. Well, we're going to go and I will talk to you on tomorrow. Good night.